Hey guys, welcome back to Case. Oh, just a second. Someone on Facebook told me I can't be a farmer if my hat's backward. Hey guys, welcome to KC Farms. It's John. It is 8 o'clock at night. It said there's a 100% chance of rain at 8 o'clock. Well, they were wrong. It's not raining yet, but the sky is looking a little bit crazy. So we're probably not going to be able to get everything done we wanted to this evening. I've got some of my big projects done. Yesterday we were processing, and we'll be processing again in probably 2 days from the time I'm taking this video. But I did a big project, and you can see we got the grass mowed, and I'm behind. So we've got a ton of grass down on the ground, which is fine, but a lot of things we're doing is with chickens. So I've got this chicken tractor right here, and tomorrow we are bringing out the chicks in the brooder. They're only 2 weeks old, but it is warm enough that it does not matter. So they will come out tomorrow. This is the group that we've been working on getting processed. Tomorrow morning we're going to turn this tractor and head it straight down beside here. And then tractor number 3 has got our batch of, I believe they're about 4 or 5 week old chickens. We'll turn that in the morning and head it down right beside them tomorrow. So that's what's going on with the chickens. We're gonna bring you along for that. Man, that sky is crazy orange. So maybe they are gonna be correct about the rain, just not about the time of the rain. So the other project I planned on doing tonight, which it may not happen tonight now if it's gonna be raining, was moving these egg layers. They've been in here with the fruit trees. They've done a great job, but we are going to be moving them down to where they started. And I wasn't sure where to put them, but it's going to be 90s. It's going to be in the 90s this week, and it is hot. And I've got the shade cloth in there for them, but I want to get some more shade. And when we had them down on this end of the property, they were going underneath those trees down there, and it was a nice cool spot. And as the sun goes down in the afternoon, the shade from these trees start coming out. So this will be a good spot for them. And we had a ton of grass in here, but the good thing is I think the chickens will mess that up and kick it around and be looking for bugs and stuff in there. And it's been probably 3 to 4 weeks since they've been in here. And everything you read talk about when you're rotating animals, usually it's 21 days before you want to bring them back to a spot that they were. And it's been a lot longer than that for us. You can see this is needing to get mowed. The chickens are in here almost hiding in it, and they've dug. Chickens are almost worse than pigs. I think I've told you guys this. They're almost worse than pigs. If you leave them in an area for a really long time, you guys are looking pretty in this weird orange night. Look at those bright red combs. Nice, healthy looking chickens. But if you leave chickens in a spot for a long time, they'll almost dig more wallows than pigs, at least our pigs, the coonies. Look at this spot right here. They've dug a spot that was underneath the coop one day. Then underneath the shade cloth, they have dug holes everywhere, which I don't care because they're dust bathing and doing what chickens do. But I just wanted to show you that these chickens, you guys are almost worse than the coony pigs tearing up our pastures. But like I said, we don't really care about that. When I come through here, I might bring in some dirt and fill those spots in. But so the plan tonight, unless we get rained out, is to take all our fences down, and we're gonna move the fences down. So in the morning when we let them out, they will be in that new spot. But I can't move everything until these hens go up for nighttime. It's almost like they heard what I said, and a bunch of them are going up. But before they all get in here, we're gonna close this up and move these closer. So before they get too heavy, I can get them right to the edge of this and then move them right across the line. All right, now once they all go up, it'll be a little heavier when they're full of chickens, but I don't have to move them very far to get them onto their next piece of pasture. So we'll wait a minute, see how long it takes for these chickens to go up. If it's not pouring rain, we'll get the fences moved tonight. So tomorrow they are in their new area. All right, well, no rain yet, so they were obviously wrong, but it's getting definitely hard to see, so we probably won't film too much of this tonight. We'll come back in the morning, but I did want to show you guys that the chickens are up, so we're gonna lock these guys up. Normally we haven't been locking them up, but so they don't come out before I can get out here and get them moved, we're gonna lock them up tonight. So chickens are locked up, and I am gonna stay out here since it's not raining. It looks a lot brighter on the camera, doesn't it? But I'm gonna stay out here since it's not raining, and I'm gonna start taking these fences and moving them down, getting it all set up. Once I open it up, I can just push the chicken tractors across, and they'll have a new spot in the morning. So we'll see you in the morning. We're gonna get the chickens out. We're gonna get the chickens moved out of the brooder. All chickens are going to a new spot. So we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning and back to the farm. The chickens are out doing chicken things, and it is a beautiful morning. Love to see them out picking and scratching and doing what they love to do. I'm actually impressed that I got this as straight as I did last night in the dark, but this is quite a nice area. As the sun obviously tracks across, we will start using these trees down here for shade, and the chickens are going to love this area. So happy to have them moved. It was way too dark last night. I couldn't get video of moving them across, but I think everyone approves of the area. So we just got to get the shade cloth. I want to set the shade cloth up in here. It gives them another spot for shade, and also another spot they can run under if we do have any aerial predators. We always get the comments, do you have aerial predators? Do the hawks get your birds? 4 birds in 8 years, 7 years, maybe 7 years. So not that bad. They can run under the chicken coops, and they can also run under the shade cloth. They've got the tree cover, but we just have not had a lot of aerial pressure, and that is a good thing. So let's get our shade cloth set up really quick, and then we've got chicks to get out, animals to feed, meat birds to move. Got a lot going on, so let's get started. So we often get the question, how do we hook up the shade cloth to the T-post? Well, we've got a little piece of wire through the corner grommet, and we'll wrap the cloth around the post just so when the wind whips, we don't just rip the cloth, and then I'll just wrap the wire. And so far, that has worked pretty well for us. So we've got the birds going. I think I got them a little scared with that shade cloth whipping it around and the T-post pounder. But I think they're going to approve of this area. So I've already got some in there getting ready to lay some eggs this morning. The rest of them, once I leave, they'll do some more exploring, and we'll come out and check them this afternoon and see how everyone is doing. All right, it never fails. Cornish cross eat like somebody's chasing them. Then 2 seconds later, everyone is calm and cooled down. It's not a big deal. The food is still going to be there, but every morning they forget that, and that is how they eat. So the big group is doing well. Let's get this shut before I forget. Here's the little ones. Total chaos when we start, but now everybody's in line at the buffet and eating in an orderly fashion. So got the 2 groups moved. We're heading back down the hill of the pasture, which makes it easier to pull these chicken tractors, which I am thankful for. And these guys are, I think, 5 weeks. You know, I should have looked before I did this video, but I didn't. And doing well. They've been out since 2 weeks old, and that is our job right now, is to get our last batch outside and on grass before the new batch comes, which we've got almost a week until the new batch comes. I'm gonna need to adjust the height of these feeders in here. I've just got them hanging up with a piece of wire hanging from the center beam, so it's easy to adjust. We'll lower those down, we'll get some waters, and most importantly, we'll get the chicks outside. Okay, the best part about this is it's clean out day for the brooder. So instead of having to clean it out, well, I guess I shouldn't say that because I still got to clean it out, but these birds, instead of getting fresh pine shavings, are going to be getting fresh grass. So you can see their feeders are empty, they're hungry, they're motivated to go. We're gonna grab them, get them on pasture and get them fed. Then we'll clean this mess out and add it to our compost for next year's garden. Here we are, another batch out on fresh grass. We got some that have found the food already, and they are looking good. I love it when we get them out and they're still yellow and fluffy. One, because I know it's summertime and it's warm enough for them. And two, I know it is the best for them. Did you sneak right through there? So, anyway, here's another job done. Brooder's empty, still got to get it cleaned out obviously, but I think there's a lesson we can learn from these chickens. As I was pulling them out this morning, you can kind of, they're freaking out, wondering, what are we doing, what are we doing? And they're just like us sometimes, creatures of habit, and little do they know what's on the other side is so much better than what they had. And that's why we talk about making the change all the time. Make the change, make the change. We always talk about keeping Christ-centered in your decisions, not just jumping out on a whim and doing what you think is right and not seeking God for direction. But we always encourage you to make the change. Just like these chickens, as silly as it sounds, they're kind of freaking out when we grab them and we're pulling them out of their comfort zone and where they're used to being, and little do they know what's on the other side is this green pasture and fresh air and sunlight. And even sometimes when we get to that spot in our lives where we were praying to get, we think, man, is this really what I wanted? And sometimes we just have to keep seeking God for the direction that we're looking for. And we wonder, what are we leaving behind in our comfort zone? Well, back in the brooder, it's just a whole bunch of manure, fake light, and pine shavings. And then when we get to that new spot, we see the good that comes of making that change. So I don't know if it's just because I'm filming early this morning, but I'll try to stop preaching at you. But I just wanted to give you that encouragement today. If you're thinking about making a change in a relationship, a job, a place where you're moving, anything. I just want to encourage you to make that change, and it's not always going to be easy at first, but in the end, I think that change is exactly what you're looking for. Well, last video I showed everybody except Betty White. Sometimes I forget to show her. I never forget to feed her, but she's normally the last one to get fed, and I had just forgot, so we'll start with her today. Y'all don't have to run. We'll get them a little bit extra airtime. Good morning, Betty. How are you doing? You want the whole bucket? So anyway, they're doing good. I had forgotten to show them, but the pigs are really getting nice, fat, and plump, and definitely athletic. They come zooming around this pen a lot and very often, but they're all growing well. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, everyone missed you guys last video, so I had to make sure I showed you guys first. But they're doing great. Let's see that one with the dot that Brooklyn really likes. She's kind of running away, but you see the dot there. Sorry for standing up and scaring everybody. But Betty's doing good. Piglets are doing great. Everyone's growing like we would expect them to and starting to get fat and plump. So everyone's waiting to get fed. We're not going to show you everybody, but we're going to show you some pens that sometimes we don't show as often. But of course, we got to go back and see Phil. Good morning, Phil. Good morning, Thistle. All right, back here with Phil and Thistle. Whoa, cart's rolling away. There we go. Haven't seen them too much on the videos, but they're doing great. We moved them not too long ago. Not sure about Thistle, but we think she is pregnant. We have not seen any action, but that doesn't always mean anything. Phil, he's his normal happy-go-lucky self, lets the sow take whatever bowl she wants and then waits for us to quit talking to fill the other bowl. Well, you got to get your head out of the way. Can you get your head out of the way a little bit? There you go. Gotta trick them. There we go. So there's your Phil update. He's just as laid back as ever, and he's getting big. So we're excited about his size. We've always enjoyed his temperament, and he is, man, you're a little bit drooly this morning, Phil. You've been waiting for us. We've been talking too much and not feeding fast enough, so. His temperament is awesome. As you can see, 9 times out of 10, he'll let the sow take whatever bowl and he just goes to the next one because he just doesn't care, do you? Because you know you're gonna get fed. So there's Phil and Thistle. Phil's obviously had piglets on the farm with Peggy. They have turned out great. We've been excited about that. So anyway, we're gonna finish up feeding. Let me turn you around the right way here. There you are. We're gonna finish up feeding this morning. We've got some grass to mow. I've got Jamie's garden to kind of get under control, to get a little weed eating done. And then we'll check out piglets when we go around this afternoon and check waters. Just about lunchtime, time to do our afternoon water check, and we're gonna first check on our young Cornish cross that are out for the first time, and they have settled in nicely. I do always like to check and make sure they are drinking good. They're definitely eating good, which is never a shock with the Cornish cross, but such a beautiful day and such a beautiful time to get them out on pasture. So they're doing great. Let's run down and check out the other big move today with the egg layer flock. All right, this was the plan, moving them down here. Obviously some stay up under the chickshaws for shade during the day, but most of them, well, they hear me now, and here they come running. But this is the plan, to have them down underneath these trees for shade. So I guess there's no point in me walking down here because all of them are running up here to see if I'm bringing a snack or not. So awesome to have these guys moved. I've been hearing cackling all morning as I was mowing. These hens love to scream and let everybody know that, hey, I just laid an egg. So let's check our nest box. And of course, we have a full nest box of eggs. These are Hen Gear nest boxes. If you're looking to upgrade your nest boxes, check out hengear.com. Use the code KC15 to get $15 off your purchase. They have been a game changer for us, getting clean eggs, and they all roll back to this spot right here. That's kind of why I'm pushing the eggs down, or pushing the chickshaws backwards, is because we're kind of going downhill here. So I want to help these eggs roll backwards. So check out Hen Gear, use that code, and I promise you won't be disappointed. A lot of people ask us, well, these metal boxes out here in the sun, aren't they hot? Oh yeah, they get a little bit hot, but trust me, they're not cooking your eggs in there. You guys enjoying it down here? I thought you would. All right, here we are, afternoon chores. It's water fill-up time. Looks like everybody's, well, there's Peggy. She's waiting. Let's get the hoses and let's fill up some water. I'm coming. You getting stuck on that pool? All right, every day, a couple times, we'll come out and just check the water. One, it gets hot, and two, it gets empty. So you guys gotta wait just a minute. You can get some more. This is Claire's group. Let's head over here to Peggy. I see you waiting, Peggy. Here we go. This is why we check. Because normally they're very low or they're empty. So get those filled up for the pigs. Peggy's group looking big and heavy. Fortunately, they do have the wallows to cool down in. We don't want them drinking out of the wallows, but that is why we come out and fill these waters up. And then there's our hose drinker, Willow. I guarantee you she's gonna come out here and get a drink, which makes it very hard to fill up. But sometimes you just gotta get that water. I know, you just gotta get it right out of the hose. I don't like doing too much because she starts to cough. Yeah, calm down. There it is. That's why you gotta use your barrel or your bucket. It's just so much better out of the hose. You can use the pan. All right, let's head around. That's why we love these hoses. As long as we don't get the pigs, we retract nice and easy. Here we go. Oops, sorry. It's not feed time yet. Now we'll head to the other side. This is Willow Bean. Might as well feed up her, or fill up, not feed up. Hey, Bean. Might as well fill up her food pan as well. Until feed time, anyway. Here come the babies. They are really starting to look nice. Is that better, Bean? Butterbean, better bean. All right. Joyce's pigs have some water, but it is not clean, and I bet you it's warm. Oh, Trying not to step on pigs. All right, there you go. There you go. Plenty for everyone. They are looking great. Soon we're gonna have all the pigs out. We say it a lot, but we're waiting to get mamas weaned, and then we'll probably move all the piglets together. Just give it a minute. I know you guys like to stick your hooves in there, cool your feet down. All right, Connie, last but not least, let me stretch the hose. There we go. Get you some clean water. There you go. Not everybody's a hose drinker like Willow. How you pigs doing? It is warm, and it is gonna be warm all week, so this is gonna be our job multiple times a day. A lot of times it falls to the kids. Today I'm knocking it out. All right, let's retract the hose. You guys are hiding in the grass. All righty, there is our afternoon check. Piglets are doing well. How are you doing? We haven't really seen you guys very much. Kind of just enjoying the weather today. Hey, Bean. We gotta get those teeth straightened out. They're a little bit funky looking, but you are cute. So, we are all set. I am gonna continue mowing in the back. Obviously, we need to get this mowed in here as well, but like I've said in previous videos, we're gonna get all the pigs out of here, mamas into different pens. We'll get this area cleaned up and ready for the next batch of pigs, which is not gonna be till this fall. So anyway, guys, we appreciate you coming along today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to make the change. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Oh, sometimes a nice dip in the pool is all it takes to keep everyone happy. Mom not sharing? No?